See students, galvanizing process consists of three main steps, that is surface preparation, then galvanization, and inspection is the last one. So let's see all these things one by one. First is caustic cleaning over here. Now in this caustic cleaning, what is done is that whatever impurities are present on the surface of the metal, that is first removed, because until and unless the surface of the metal is clean, we cannot apply the coating of zinc over it. So that is why it is cleaned with caustic sodas, like, or with caustic agents like a KOH or NaOH. Then that is rinsed with water. After that, pickling is done with the help of diluted H2SO4 or HCl. So whatever kind of, if any iron oxide layer is present on it, that will be removed. Again it will be rinsed with the help of water. Then flux solution, that flux solution will consist of zinc ammonium chloride. The molecular formula of it is NH4 twice ZnCl4. So that is zinc ammonium chloride, NH4 twice ZnCl4. Then again, whatever impurities or the oxide layers are present on the surface of the metal, that will be removed into this flux solution. Then that will be dried. The metal is going to be dried. Then it will be immersed into the solution of zinc, and there the coating, the entire metal will be coated with the zinc, molten zinc. Then it will be allowed to cool. So this part is going to be of inspection. So the first part is going to be of this surface preparation with the help of the processes or the steps like caustic cleaning, rinsing, pickling, rinsing, then flux solution, drying. These are the steps which are going to be involved into surface preparation. Then this one is galvanization. When we immerse the metal into the zinc bath or the molten zinc, that will be known as galvanization. Then it will be allowed to cool, and then this part is going to be of inspection. So galvanization process is completed into three stages, that is surface preparation, galvanization, and inspection. Hope you have understood all these things. Now tinning, I have taught you that a surface of the molten tin, the layer of molten tin is deposited on the metals. So you can do it in the case of iron, steel, copper, brass, to protect the articles from getting rusted. Then next one is anodization. Now what happens into anodization is that the surface which is to be you can form the oxide layer on the surface of any metal to protect it from getting rusted. As I've taught you previously, that aluminium gets reacted with oxygen and forms the surface of aluminium oxide on it. So you can protect aluminium from getting corroded if there is an oxide layer of aluminium itself upon it. So these things can be done by anodization. Let's see. In this method, metals like copper, aluminium are coated with a thin and strong layer of their oxides by means of electrolysis. For this, copper or aluminium article is used as anode. So you have to connect the article which is to be coated to the positive terminal of the battery, so that will act as an anode. Anode is an oxidation electrode. So as this oxide layer is strong and uniform all over the surface, it is useful for prevention of the corrosion of the metal. So if there is an oxide layer on the surface of the metal itself, the metal can be prevented from getting corroded, or the metal can be protected against environmental agents like air, water, and rest of the gases which can result into corrosion. So if aluminium is to be anodized, the thin and aluminium will be connected to the positive terminal of the battery. That means aluminium will act as an anode, because anode is an oxidation electrode. So naturally there is going to be the formation of oxide layer on the surface of anode or aluminium. So this will obstruct the contact of aluminium with oxygen and water, and this prevents further oxidation. So this protection can be further increased by making the oxide layer thicker during the anodization. That means we can make that layer of oxide thicker, so that further corrosion can be prevented. So this method is known as anodization. And if you are anodization is used for protecting aluminium, no doubt. And if you are adding certain dyes or coloring agents into the electrolytic solution, so it will act as a dyes, and then it will give a particular color to that aluminium vessel. So you might have seen some colored pressure cookers or cooking utensils. So these things can also be done by anodization. That means a layer of aluminum oxide will be coated over it. If you're adding certain colors, you can get a desired color uh, to the surface of cooking utensils, and this is how the cooking utensils can be last for a longer period of time and will not lose its luster or shine.